Tim, you've seen a lot of defensive film this year.
I know where you're going.
Where do these guys stack up?
I mean, I don't know what they're ranked right now, fifth in the country. I mean, they're phenomenal at all levels, you know. And it's a credit to them. I mean, last year they were, I think they have 7 guys on their defense last year that are on NFL rosters. So they fly around. They're strong. Their linebackers are extremely, you know, aggressive. And their safety, the one safety, I think he's like 6'5", 220, you know. So corners are really, really good. The freshman is back again, number 2. And, you know, they're going to get up in our face and challenge us. And it's, you know, it's like Florida State, you know, but better.
Every defensive staff spends at least a day on third down. It's the whole currency of the game, right? They're 21% opponents on third down, right? So when you see that, what sticks out on film and what can you do to change it?
Well, you know, Coach, the defensive coordinator, Coach Venables, does a great job of game planning. Yeah, and he calls things. He waits till you break the huddle to make the call. You know, today was the first time I watched all the third downs today, and from the last 4 games, and we break it up. You know, 3rd and 3 to 6, 7 to 10, and 11 plus. And there were 17 3rd and 11 pluses, and only 7 3rd and 3 to 6s. So, and then I went short yardage. I think there was like 2. So I was shocked in the mere number of 3rd and 11 pluses. You know, so they're taking care of business on 1st and 2nd down, which is putting them in a lot of good situations. Because if you get a 3rd and 11 on a team that can bring pressure like they can, and then can drop people, and even the 3 and 4 can get home. You know, it makes it extremely difficult, and you know, you just got to try to find some kind of a beat or a pattern on whether they're trying to come after us or play coverage, depending on down and distance, hash. And formation, you know, so hopefully you can get yourself, because you don't want to just keep 7 in all the time and only send 3 guys. They drop 8, and then you're outnumbered, you know. So it's a little bit of a chess match, but it's difficult. Only 21% of the time it might be top in the country. It's got to be close. Yeah.
So much talk, obviously, about the quarterback, and you're in a tough spot there. What can you do in the other 10 positions here to lessen the issue you have?
You know, it's the same thing. We got to be able to run the ball. You know, and I think last week was probably the first time we didn't really run it well. You know, and that put Eric in a tough spot. I mean, it was by far for me the best film to teach off of, because we saw every coverage in America. You know, everything I could possibly show him, we saw. Because we were in so many third down situations, and the run game, you know, I think we're averaging two a carry, you know. So we, you know, and that's kind of what you do with the freshmen, is you try to get the ball moving a little bit on the ground, and it takes a lot of pressure off him. And unfortunately last week for Eric, you know, then it puts all the pressure on him. And if you don't have experience in seeing the stuff that Coach Grantham was throwing it at you, you know. So that's kind of the key every game. And we gotta do some different things. We gotta find a way to just take a little bit of pressure off of them. Hopefully, you know, put enough pressure that they play some man. This team is good enough at man that they'll play some anyway, and then it's much easier to read as quarterbacks. You're just picking matchups and trying to hit spots, you know.
Can you fill us in on the quarterback situation and what's been going on with Eric and Zach?
You know, Eric's you know, the injury part, he's not back yet, but we're expecting him soon, you know. And so Zach was there today. You know, Zach's ready to go, and he's fired up. I mean, it's if he ends up going and getting the start, it'll be the number 1 team in the country. And last time he started, it was the number 2 team in the country. So I don't think that's going to overwhelm him or anything like that. I think he's excited. He had a good day today, and you know, he's been getting a ton of reps. You know, more and more as we've gone along, and I know he's fired up about the opportunity.
So are you hopeful to have Eric back by Saturday?
It's the trainer, whatever they say, you know, and I haven't gotten word today yet. I mean, they're checking in all the time, and we get updates daily, but. You know, I don't know yet. You know, you hope for the best, you prepare for the worst and hope for the best. You know, and so you know that's all you really can do. Is that, you know, Zach did a good job today, and Austin got reps today, and so those guys are getting ready. And then as soon as they let Eric get ready, then we'll get him ready. You know.
I know after the game you said you thought it might have been a collarbone injury, and Scott Schaefer said he thought it was a head injury. I mean, has there been any clarity on what exactly happened?
Not yet. I mean, you have to. Coach Schaefer will comment on all that stuff. Okay. You know, from where I was at, that's what it looked like. That was the type of hit it looked like. You know, and that's, you know, he was moving his legs around and stuff like that, and luckily he didn't break his collarbone from what we know so far. So that's the positive.
Did Mahoney take all the first team reps today?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he did. And then Zach and Austin took the 2s today. So, and they did a good job. You know, it's not. They've done it before. You know, so there was really much change there. You know, the biggest difference I think is really it's a different cadence. It's a different guy. It's a different tempo. You know, and our guys did a good job of adjusting to it today.